Okay, this is a bit of an experiment. I have been traveling in Sydney, Australia, shooting a show, a travel show, a Conan Without Borders episode. Also did a live show while I was there. Kind of lost my voice, but I think it's coming back. And now I'm on an airplane along with Mr. Aaron Blair.
Hey, everybody.
We found a small nook of the airplane. I don't know if we're allowed to do this, but Blay, you've set up some podcast equipment.
There's a lot of wires all over the floor.
Yeah, no, it really is, in this day and age, surprising that we haven't been tackled yet. We are 7,430 miles from Los Angeles. We have about 13 hours until our flight lands.
If you had to guess, what would the outside air temperature be?
I would say it's 32 degrees below Celsius.
Yeah.
And in Fahrenheit, that would be minus 26.
That's a great guess.
Yeah. I wanted to just talk briefly, because I think the point of this podcast, part of it is to entertain. I want to say about 5% of it is to entertain. And I think 95% of it is for people to learn more about me.
That's right.
And really get to know me.
That's right.
And so I thought maybe I'd talk quickly about my travel routine. That's something people are probably... I travel a lot. People probably want to know what my routine is.
Yeah, and you do have a very specific routine.
I do. I'm wearing a very comfortable sweat pant that looks like regular pants.
They're like dress sweatpants.
Like dress sweatpants. I could go run a marathon right now, or I could go to a bat mitzvah.
In case a bat mitzvah breaks out on the plane.
Often.
You're ready.
Or a bris. I think there's a bris in business class. I'm currently... You're probably wondering what I'm reading.
You're a voracious reader.
I'm reading Robert Caro's book, Working. It's a book on his working methods. And I'm also reading Chernow's book on General Ulysses S. Grant. Here's what I do. Whenever I read a book on a historic figure, I, in a way that's probably sick, I see parallels between his life and mine.
Oh, no.
So I'll be reading about his siege of Fredericksburg, and I'll think, yeah, that's like the time I got into a fight with my landlord in L.A., This is back when I was paying $380 a month for an apartment, and we got into a squabble. I held out the way Grant held out. I could read about Julius Caesar, fighting the Gauls, and I'll be thinking, yep, that's me. That's me that time that I thought that they overcharged me at the Rite Aid for my hand cream. So, yeah, it's sad. But I will drink a lot of water, and I will go to the bathroom to urinate every 8 minutes.
That's a lot of very specific information.
I am very good at urinating. Everyone has things they do well.
Okay.
As I'm urinating,
yes.
If you're standing outside the bathroom I'm using, you'll hear me shouting, I'm good at this.
Was it a God-given gift, or is it through a lot of practice?
It's like anything else, practice.
How do you stay healthy on
I
the
didn't
road?
This trip. I got sick. Well, you've noticed.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
I shake a lot of hands.
Yes.
It's just a habit I've had my whole life. But after I shake someone's hands, I immediately lick the palm of my hand.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I always lick the palms of my hands and say, good handshake. But, we're here, we're traveling. This is another thing to do. This is another travel tip. Moisturize a lot while you're on the plane.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, bring some moisturizer. Moisturize your face, moisturize your hands. I like to moisturize my chest. And my upper thighs.
It's not normal.
Just constantly keep areas moist because a plane will dehydrate you.
Do you like a scent or unscented?
No. Well, if it's going to be a scent, I want it to be something like beef. I like to smell like a flank steak that's been cooked medium rare with scallions. Like that's the scent I like.
Like you just came out of a Mongolian barbecue.
Here's another good thing you can do to kill time on a flight. I like to walk up and down the aisles. And introduce myself to people.
Oh, okay.
Try and get the word out on my career. If they have their sleep mask on, I just lift the sleep mask, poke them. They are often a little startled. And then I say, hey, Conan O'Brien, TBS, I'm on 11. You can also see my travel shows on Netflix. They get upset, invariably. And then I explain to them, look, this is the profession I've chosen.
Yes. And
you chose to be on a flight with me, so...
25 years in show business. It's not an accident. Every flight you're on,
no, it's
it's
pretty clearly an accident. It's up there with it's like an oil spill. It's a bad accident. Here's another thing you can do on a long flight.
Yes.
Folks, if you're listening, record a podcast. Always bring recording equipment with you and an affable sidekick. and record a podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause why not?
What? We have 15 hours.
We have 15 hours. I think this should be a 15-hour episode. I think people should. And I can keep giving you updates. We are now at 575 miles per hour. We've picked up speed over the Pacific.
Do you have an estimated arrival time?
Well, I just have to guess, but I'm going to guess it's going to be 5:55 a.m. in Los Angeles.
I think one thing I've always admired about you is you keep in shape.
Thank you.
And you were showing me some stretches. Really, man.
I like to do a lot of invasive crotch stretches on a plane. I like to do that stretch. It looks like you're crouching down on the floor.
Yeah.
It really does look like, I don't know how to say it, like you're defecating, but you're not.
Right,
you're not.
right.
Occasionally it happens, but, I don't know how loudly. What do you think it's going to sound like?
I am listening to this on noise-canceling headphones, and it is a very loud...
Yeah, that's the sound of this flight, this Qantas Airlines flight. They are not paying me any money to say this, but this is a good airline.
It is. And one thing that's kind of great I've never seen before that Qantas does is they gave us all pajamas, a top and a bottom.
They just gave me a top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And I said, "Where's my bottom?" Mm-hmm. And they said, "Exactly." And they gave me a meaningful look. I don't even know what that means. I'm jet-lagged, under-moisturized, and babbling like a chimp.
I will say one thing I think that surprised me about, and this happened on tour as well, is you have a certain regimen in the morning.
Yes.
That you like, a certain, there's a consistency, something you always eat.
Yeah, I bring Puffin cereal with me in a little bag. I eat my Puffin cereal. I think it's the most emasculating thing in the world to carry your own breakfast cereal. And I've often been humiliated, but I like it because it's a fairly healthy cereal. It's very low in sugar. But to walk into a dining room and have the hostess see you, I'm a married man and I'm a faithful married man, but I would still like women to see me as help me out.
Everyone wants to be wanted, a sexual being.
A sexual being, thank you.
Yeah.
I hate walking into the dining room when I'm traveling to eat my breakfast, and I have I have that little wax bag that comes inside the cereal box.
Yes.
And it's got the Puffins in it. And I have a little elastic band around it, and it's all rolled up. And they always say the same thing. What will you be having? And I say, well, I'll have coffee and I'll have some orange juice and just an empty bowl and some almond milk. And then I hold up the bag and I say, and I already have my Puffins.
And this is a real thing. This is
a real thing.
This is a true thing. You're not kidding.
Not me. I go, I've got my Puffins. And I hold up this sad, wrapped up wax bag with elastic. And I can see right then and there they know that I am incapable of procreating. That there is no seed in this man. There is no sexual threat here. This is why my wife never worries about me on the road, because she knows that the greatest prophylactic in the world is my bag of Puffins that I carry into the dining hall.
That's true. Yeah.
Listen. Uh-oh. Okay, right now this is the no podcast announcement.
Yeah.
Tracking a few quite strong jet streams in our flight to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Maybe just a little bit of turbulence from time to time, so I would suggest that while you're not moving around the cabin that you do.
Oh, and just one other announcement. If anyone on board is recording a podcast, please cease immediately. It's in violation of international rules.
I will say it is funny because we are sitting in this weird little nook, and flight attendants keep coming around the corner and going like, oh.
Yeah, they act scared because your podcast equipment, it could be anything.
It's chaos.
It really does look like it fires surface-to-air missiles. So
it's chaos. There's a lot of lights and wires everywhere.
I think we should wrap this up.
It's a mess.
I think we're minutes away from being seized.
How do you plan on spending the next 14 hours and 40 minutes?
I want to meet everyone on the plane.
Sounds good.
I may go up into the cockpit and talk to those guys.
Oh, Lord.
I like to make surprise announcements.
Okay, from 31,000 feet, that's minus 35 degrees Celsius, Qantas Airlines flight, this is Conan O'Brien, wishing you all very little turbulence in your day.
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, with Sonam Movsesian and Conan O'Brien as himself. Produced by me,